pack up your kids, come along with me. There's a party across the sea, and they need your company to grace an old John. Kiss her goodbye, you know that she'll be true. It's near the time to fall in line with a million more like you, and we're all going calling on the Kaiser. For we've got to teach the Kaiser to be wiser, and we'll bring him something good, a Pomona made of wood. We'll wish him well with gas and shell, the son of a gun we'll give him well. We're all going calling on the Kaiser. The English, French, the Yanks and Irish too. Don't forget what Sherman said, that's where he'll be when he's dead. For we're all going calling on the Kaiser. Our lugar and fun of freedom, what tyrant the ocean spend, and a noble heart must answer to the sacred call of strength. Keep the home time for me, while your heart
Good morning. Did you hear that, ladies? Did you hear that? They said it wasn't loud enough. You've got to do it again. Sorry. Good morning. Fantastic. Thank you. My name's John, and I'm going to be your host for the day. And I'll kind of talk you through what we're going to be doing. First, I'd just like to say it's absolutely fantastic to be outside the City Hall, where this statue is, because you know, the women during the war went to tea dances here. This is where they used to go on Saturdays for tea dances, and it was very much a theme of the whole fundraising campaign, music and the music of Sheffield. And I don't know if they did this on purpose, but the show which is on here tonight at the City Hall, got the poster here, I'll hold it up but you can't see it, I'll tell you, and I'm taking these four ladies with me. It's a night of dirty dancing. Ruby's got her shoes on, I can see. So, a night of dirty dancing. Anyway, it's absolutely fantastic that we're here. And let me just say that we want not just Sheffield, but the whole of Yorkshire, the whole of the country, and people internationally to actually appreciate and understand what we're doing today. So we're going to move into the realms of 21st century technology. And there's a Twitter account, so if you know how to use Twitter, if you've got a phone and you've got a Twitter account, the hashtag on this is Women of Steel. Capital W for women and capital S on steel. Women of Steel. So get your phones out, get onto your Twitter accounts, get your tablets out, hashtag Women of Steel, and tell the rest of the world that we're here today. Also, we want you to take pictures for Facebook, for Instagram, once the statue is unveiled. Because one of the things about this statue is it's got ladies with their arms out like that, if you can see me at the back. And we want you to go arm in arm with the women, and arm in arm to say thank you is the log line for the photos you take. If you could do that, we would be so pleased and so happy, and we encourage you all to do it. So we want everybody really to be part of this. We want you to take photos, we want you to enjoy it. We want these ladies here to really understand how much we appreciate and care for them. So please, let's do that. Now, before I tell you who's here and what's going to happen, we've got some musical interludes which will be happening all through this ceremony as well, and all have a specific purpose. And the first person I want to introduce to you is Ray Hearn. Now, Ray is a former steelworker, turned poet and folk singer. Give him a big round of applause, thank you, Ray. Round of applause for Ray. Ray is going to do what he did in the City Hall in 2013 when we did the big rock concert, which really gave this appeal a big push. He opened the show with a song he'd specially written. I'm going to let him tell you what it is, and he's going to sing it for you now. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Hurd.
Thank you. It's called Hearts of Steel, but it won't work unless everybody sings. Got a big chorus. I'm not going to sing all 19 verses. We'll just do about 3. But in the middle, we have this big chorus. We need to sing it loud so that we can lift these rain clouds away from these women. Okay? So your bit goes. Great hearts of steel, sweet hearts of steel, hear what we think and feel. Or right or wrong, we'll raise our song in praise of hearts of steel. In praise of hearts of steel. Think we're okay? Think we can do that? Shall we? Let's start with it, shall we? Great hearts of steel, sweet hearts of steel. Hear what we think and feel. Or right or wrong, we'll raise our song in praise of hearts of steel. Great hearts of steel, sweet hearts of steel. Hear what we think and feel. Or right or wrong, we'll raise our song in praise of hearts of steel. That's the bit. In praise of hearts of steel. Along the river valleys, over here on rough road, yeah. Beneath the smokes hyperboles, we built a whole world. Here, great hearts of steel, sweet hearts of steel. Hear what we think and feel. Or right or wrong, we'll raise our song in praise of hearts of steel. And again, in praise of hearts of steel. Lovely. Beyond the pasture lands and ploughed, the milkmaids soar and reel. That big mill music, loud and proud, was forging parts for arts of steel. Great hearts of steel, sweet hearts of steel. Hear what we think and feel, hear what we think and feel. For right or wrong, or right or wrong, we'll raise our song in praise of hearts of steel. In praise of hearts of steel. Through every little day of peace, through every moment's war, through gritted teeth, grazers and grease, we knew what we were. Oh, great hearts of steel, sweet hearts of steel. Hear what we think and feel. Or right or wrong, we'll raise our song in praise of hearts of steel. In praise of hearts of steel. Right, 2 more times, come on, right loud. Great hearts of steel, sweet hearts of steel. Hear for right or wrong, we'll raise our song in praise of hearts of steel. In praise of hearts of steel. Last time, really loud. Great hearts of steel, sweet hearts of steel. Hear what we think and feel. For right or wrong, we'll raise our song in praise of hearts of steel. 4 times. In praise of hearts of steel. In praise of hearts of steel. In praise of hearts of steel. Well sung, thank you very much. Have a great day. Congratulations, women of steel.
Ray Hurd. Thanks a lot, Ray. Brilliant. And you guys and girls and ladies and boys and older boys and older ladies were fantastic. Now we've got those hearts of steel in the front here now. They're all looking at me, I'm terrified. We found 141 ladies of steel who are still surviving. Two of them are here with us today. Now, the oldest one sadly couldn't be with us today. She's called Blanche Waters, and she's 103. So sadly, she couldn't be here with us today. I've been told that there is one lady who is 100. Is that right? Do we have a lady here who is actually 100? If you can put your hand up. But there was something. No, but almost everybody else is 90s upwards. Apart from Barbara Bell, is Barbara here? Because Barbara is in fact the youngest woman of steel. She's a very, very, well, she was born in 1930, so you can work it out for yourself and I won't embarrass her. And she went to work in the steelworks at the very end of the war in 1945, when she went to become an invoice clerk, and her mum was already working there. So Barbara is the youngest one here today, and all the other ladies are all in their late 80s or 90s. To give this occasion the recognition and the honour that it deserves, we do have some special VIP guests with us today as well. We do have the Lord Lieutenant of South Yorkshire. We have the Lord Mayor of Sheffield, the Master Cutler, the Assay Master, some of our MPs are here as well, and many other VIPs. Can we just give them a big warm Sheffield welcome as well? And from me and from the ladies, we want to give all of you, the people of Sheffield, a huge thank you and a huge welcome to being here, because you all came together with a shared aim of making the dream come true for some fantastic ladies who are here today with us. And we couldn't have done it if you hadn't done the things that you did. So thank you very much indeed for everything you did, and we'll be talking about that in a minute. And thank you for coming here today, because we're fulfilling the dream of this special group of women who did what was expected of them in times of desperation and in times of uncertainty. They were plucked from jobs in shops, jobs in offices. They were housewives, they were mothers. They were just pulled away from that. They had no choice. They were sent into the steelworks to replace the men, their men who had been sent to the front to face possible death. And they had to go in and do the jobs. It's not easy in the steelworks. It's hot, it's grimy, it's tough, it's dangerous. In those days, no place for a woman at all, and they were producing the armaments and the parts for equipment which their men were then using, not knowing whether their men were going to be coming back. And at the end of the war, they were summarily paid off, and they weren't on equal pay either, by the way, and expected to go back to their previous lives, and that was that. There was no real further recognition, no thanks, and it would have just disappeared. Everything would have just disappeared if it hadn't been until 4 women, sitting over here, Kathleen Roberts, Ruby Gascoigne, Kit Solid, Dot Slingsby, spoke to Nancy Fielder at the Sheffield Star about how they would like, not putting it frankly, and I'm sure they won't mind me saying this, we are Sheffield people, that they did not want to die thinking that nothing would be remembered about what the women of steel did. And that really started a campaign which got going around about 2010 to do something to recognise the women. Something had to be done to keep their memory alive.
Nancy introduced me to these four medieval women in front of me here today. And Kath, Doc and Ruby, I love you dearly. I have grown with you over the last 5 years, and you have given me so many pleasures over that time. So personally, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for that. But what you told me in that room when we first met was that you demanded that we needed to do something. And that's what we needed to do. Something to show our appreciation and acknowledgement. Those times of joy are memories, not just for the women of Steel and your families and your stories. They will stay with us forever. And you will continue to be the inspiration. This was your choice for the women of Steel. This wonderful statue that we're going to see will be here forever. It's an education to young people growing up, and certainly it is for women, and for women to see what women can do.
We've got a couple of minutes yet before I need them to get there, but the four ladies are at the front here, and they are going to do the unveiling. As they get in place, I'm going to introduce you to two more musicians, Julie Matthews and Chris Wire, who are BBC Radio 2 Folk Award winners. Let's give them a big hand. Woo! They're going to sing a song which marked the end of the appeal, the first part of the appeal, if you like. Those of you may remember that we finished the appeal with a folk concert in Sheffield Cathedral as part of the cathedral's centenary celebrations. And the encore that night was a song that these two ladies are now going to tell you about. And I'm going to go down there to our unveiling ladies. So, Chris and Julie, over to you.
Well, the story started actually in 2006 when Julie was asked to write songs for the Radio 2 radio ballads. And she wrote a song called Crane Driver.
And I actually wrote that song for Doc, who actually I think is in the audience today. So it's a great honour.
So it was fantastic when John asked us to get involved again. And I took the official secret fact and moved from Lancashire over the Pennines about 5 years ago. It's fantastic, I love it here. So it was a really great honour for me to write this song exactly about you women. It's called Drop Hammer.
There's a pounding in the city and a beating in the air, and a foundry making coal steel, you can hear it everywhere. Hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer. All day and all of the night, the men have all gone marching, and we'll see them who knows when. And the women here will keep the factories running until then. Hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer. All day and all of the night, there's me and my 3 sisters and 7 cousins too. And my old mother will mind the kids while we our duty do. Hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer. All day and all of the night, we sing while we are working that Tipperary song, depending on each other till the working day is done. Hear the drop hammer, hear the sing with us. Hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer. All day and all of the night, it's the sound of the heart of Sheffield. It's the arm that's never still, and I bet my heart will stop before that hammer ever will. Hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer. All day and all the night, there's a pounding in the city and a beating in the air, and a foundry making coal steel, you can hear it everywhere. Hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer. All day and all the night. Oh, hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer, hear the drop hammer. All day and all of the night.
Thank you very much, Chris and Julie with Drop Hammer. Now I'm going to ask the 4 ladies, if you will, to come forward, 2 on each side of the statue, because we're almost there. As you've heard, we raised more money than we needed for the statue, so we now have medals which will also be presented. Should we put 2 on that side and 2 on this side? So we'll put 2 of the ladies on each side of the statue. So we raised enough money for medals. They're copper with silver plate on them, and all of the surviving women of steel will get a medal, and the families of those who are no longer with us will also get a medal. That's for the families. It's being presented in that pagoda right over there on the far side after this ceremony. So we're putting everybody up next to the statue now. Are you okay? Yeah, okay, so we're just getting the 4 ladies in place. And we're going to do this in the way that you'd expect us to. We're going to do a countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, okay? Can we just do a quick practice of that while the ladies are getting ready? Because you weren't very good on that last song, okay? So, can we, from 5, ready? 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
This is a practice. Great, okay, let's do it again. One more practice. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do, ladies, you probably just heard there. Before we do, I just want to ask you, not yet, no, not yet, not yet. I just want to ask you, here we are now, about to unveil it. What are you thinking now?
It's wonderful.
Kathleen, what do you think?
Just the same, it's great.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm going around the other side here, just to speak that. So tell me, what are you feeling right now? Absolutely wonderful. Ruby, what are you? Emotional. I'll tell you what, I'm a bit emotional too. I don't think I'm going to get through this without a tear, but I'll do my best. Okay, so we're going to do a countdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll say go, and then you do it. Okay, ready? Everybody? Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Ladies and gentlemen, the Women of Steel statue with the Women of Steel! Can you just come in a little bit closer? That's brilliant. Okay? Just need to move hands up. So for those of you at the back, we're doing some photos. There's a plaque on the floor which says Women of Steel 1914, 1918, 1939, 1945. It's a slate plaque on the floor. The statue itself is about 6 feet 3, something like that, a bit taller than me. It was aimed to be bigger than normal size to give it that grace, if you like. We didn't want to put it up on a plinth, wanted it on the ground so that you can seriously link your arms with this statue and take your photograph and play your part in helping to recreate the memories of the Women of Steel. Now, clearly after this, you're all going to want to come up to see it, but please let's take our time about doing that. We do want the Women of Steel who are here to see it first, and then gradually as the day goes on, you'll be able to see more of it. And it will be here tomorrow and the day after and the day after. So if you don't get your photos today, we can certainly do some photos afterwards. So that would be good if we can do that. I'm going to ask the ladies, when the photographers have finished, what they thought of the statue. We'll just ask them what they think of it now, if that's okay. As I said, I'm also looking, and I can't find it, for Martin Jennings, who is, if Martin could come forward, please. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a big round of applause for Martin, who actually produced this statue. Martin, I want a quick word with you, if I can. So, can you tell me, what was it like working with the ladies on producing this? And we're in Yorkshire, so you can say exactly what you feel.
Well, it was fairly terrifying, really. They let me know quite clearly that this had to be produced as quickly as possible, and what was I hanging about for. But but they were also very encouraging and great to work with. I couldn't have asked for that.
And I understand when I was talking to you previously that one of the unusual things about this statue is that it's not of actual people, it's representative of people, whereas most statues tend to be of a famous person or something like that. So that's a different kind of challenge.
This represents all the women of steel, and particularly the camaraderie that kept them going through such incredibly hard times over so many years.
Yeah, and it certainly does do that. It does capture that. I'm going to give the photographers, I'm going to tell you about another 30 seconds because we need to go in a second. Martin, they'd like you to go into the photograph as well. So just bring Martin in. And can we put Julie Dorr from the council, will you go on the far end of that as well, please? Okay, okay, that's fine.